I want to talk to someone out there who is thinking about quitting and giving up. This is for you. There are going to be times when you are down and you feel that you are alone. There are going to be times when darkness is going to blind you from your truth. But how much pain can you endure? Please don't give up. Remember this. When it gets tough, you gotta get a little tougher. Pain will push you beyond your threshold, will remind you that you are still alive. You feel like you can't carry on. Your body is getting a little numb. Your muscles feel weakened. There are going to be some setbacks, but that doesn't mean you can't come back. Put yourself back together if you're down. Lift yourself up once again. Take a moment and just look up. I know that you feel like you're not strong enough right now, but I'm here to let you know, anything that is in your way, you have the ability to move it out of your way. You wonder why is it hurting so bad? Because you've given so much of yourself. Maybe this pain wasn't my enemy. Maybe this pain was building me up. So when it gets tough, you get tougher. Yes, it hurts sometimes when you feel alone. It hurts sometimes when you're in that dark place and you feel no one cares about you. The first thing you got to realize is that you got to love yourself. It's about self-love. Start understanding that if you're going to do something with your life, you got to fall in love with yourself again. You got to stop self-hating yourself. Do something that's gonna make you a better person. Make an impact in this world. Don't look at it as though it's something that you gotta do temporary. Although we know that life is short, like many people in this world, they didn't realize that the next day they was gonna be diagnosed with a cancer. They thought that tomorrow was gonna be waiting for them and they did not wake up. But you are still living. Now what do you have to do? How are you gonna move forward? How are you gonna proceed your life? Life is not a game. Life is living. There's the good and there's the bad, and there's definitely the right now. You can't wait for somebody else to make your life better. You got to make your life better. You got to focus on you. Now, I'm not saying forget the rest of the people, but I'm telling you to get rid of the things that are not making you strong, that are not making you better, that are not making you efficient, that's not putting you in a better place, that's not giving you the strength that you need to keep living the life that you have been given. Don't you give up on life, because once your life is over, you can't come back. Leave your mark. Help someone. Lift someone up when they're down. Be the strength for others when they're weak. And maybe when you're at the weakest point in your life, someone will lift you up. Because we all struggle. No one is immune to it. So keep fighting forward. Don't give up. Live. Breathe. Life. You. That's what it's about. It's gonna hurt. Sometimes it's gonna get tough. But when it get tough, you get tough. Just make sure you make your mark. Make sure you make your mark in this world. Because somebody didn't make it today. But you did. Keep living. Keep living strong. Don't give up. It is not about worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, because guess what? Tomorrow doesn't owe you or me anything. And matter of fact, tomorrow has already made up its mind. You have this moment. You can't worry about yesterday, because yesterday is not coming back to look for you. Whatever you had the chance to do yesterday won't come back. But you have this moment. You have this chance to do something great with this life that you have been given. You may have been through a lot in your life. You may have been through hell in your life. But hell doesn't own you. Hell did not create you. Life has been given to you from a higher power. Something that you need to understand, that no matter who you are, in this world that we live in today, everyone must struggle. Everyone must suffer. But everybody that is going through something always has a story to tell. Most people that are successful right now had to go through something to get what they got to this day. Some people are not even willing to hurt and to feel that so that they get what it is that they want. But let's go beyond that. What about the other people out here who can't walk? What about the people out there who can't talk? What about the people out there that are suffering from diseases they cannot be cured from? What about you? What about you? What are you going to do about the life you have? How are you going to live? How far are you going to go? Do you feel sorry for yourself because you're having a bad day? Do you feel sorry for yourself because you lost your job? Do you feel sorry for yourself because you just feel like you're just not having the day that you want to have, because the day that you have is not the way you want it to go? Or do you feel that you deserve a pat on your back because you did a good thing? We all got a responsibility. We all got to be accountable. We all got to put in work, but don't give up. Because there's somebody out there right now that is hurting. There's somebody out there right now that is struggling. There's somebody out there right now that's got it a little bit tougher than you do. So why are you going to give up now? Anything that comes your way, you got to be prepared to accept the challenge and go through it. Don't lay on your back. If something's on your chest, get it off. As long as you're breathing, as long as that heart is pumping blood, you're not dead yet. They haven't put rose petals on your box yet. Make sure every breath you take counts for something. It's time to understand that if you want to get something out of your life, you got to be willing to work for it. How much are you really willing to give? Are you prepared to hurt? Are you prepared to struggle? Because if you're not that person, then lay back down. Stay where you are. Don't move forward. Move backwards. But if you are the person that you say you are, we don't have time to wait, because time doesn't owe you anything. Time is not thinking about you. Time has already made up its mind. What you gonna do? Who said it's supposed to be easy? It takes grit. It takes tenacity. It takes sacrifice. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. This is not a pity party. But you got the right to celebrate the life. Because no matter if it's good or if it's bad, nothing is greater than living. Because if you're living, there's a possibility to change something. But not just change it, evolve it. Evolve it to something greater. Being able to take something that may not be nothing to others, but may mean something to you. There are so many people in this world that don't believe in you. But while you're sitting around worrying about people believing in you, why don't you focus on believing in yourself? Live, breathe, life, you. That's what it's about. Can you see? Can you see through the darkness? Can you see what's around you? Can you feel the emptiness? Can you feel the loneliness? Darkness is upon you. Darkness surrounds you. The darkness is trying to bring you down. The darkness is trying to take everything from you. But yet, you continue to push forward. Can you see? Do you understand what it means to stand alone? Can you see the light? It builds you up. Even when you think you're weak, you have a way to be strong. This is not the time to quit. This is not the time to give up. Yes, darkness is upon you, but there will come a time the sun will shine. Dawn is upon you now. Can you really see the light? Can you really understand the light within you? Your journey can be seen millions and millions of miles away because you traveled through the darkness. You fought through the darkness. You were down in the darkness. You cried in the darkness. You wandered in the darkness. It is time for you to welcome the light. This emptiness that you are feeling right now, it is only a temporary match, a temporary thing that is going on inside of you right now. It's only temporary, but it is necessary. It is necessary that you struggle. It is necessary that you feel alone. It is necessary that you have to continue to go forward. Nothing can stop this, because that light has already been there. That light is embedded in you. That light exists in you. Dawn is coming. The sun is going to rise, and you will see the light within you. Build yourself up. Strengthen your mind. Strengthen your body. Strengthen your soul. And welcome the dawn. darkness exists at this moment in your life, you're feeling like there's nothing that you can do. You feel that you have no power. You feel that you have no strength. Yet, you are walking through darkness. Can you see? Can you really see through the darkness? You are wandering and you have no idea where to go. You are wandering and you have no one to turn to. Can you see? Can you see through the darkness? Can you feel your purpose? Nothing can stop your purpose. Nothing can stop what's meant for you. Nothing around you can stop what's already yours. Your destiny belongs to you. Do you feel it? Do you understand the purpose behind the darkness? It represents something. It serves a purpose. It's an unknown purpose that many of us never would understand. Can you see through the darkness? You travel down this path. You travel down this path of the unknown, and yet you are afraid. You are afraid because you don't understand it. You are afraid because you feel empty. You are afraid because no one is there to help you. I would like to introduce you to the light, to the dawn, to the beauty, to the understanding, and knowing that this is the joy. This is the joy that you must embrace. This is the moment of happiness, without any despair, without any rejections, but an understanding that you made it, that you made it this far. And no matter what circumstances come your way, the light, the dawn is upon you. It shines on you. It shines on you because you deserve it. You deserve it because you put so much work in. You've been knocked down. You've been pushed aside. No one believed in you. They rejected you. They said you wasn't worthy. Negativity entered into your heart, and you believed it. But then dawn showed up. Dawn showed up. The light showed up and said, take my hand. Walk with me. Let me show you the way. Let me show you how far you can go. Let me let you see the beauty within you. Can you see now with this beautiful bright light that surrounds you, the glow around you? Can you really feel it? Not just on the outside, but on the inside. Yes, dawn is upon you. The light is upon you. You made it through the darkness, and now the light shines upon you. There are going to be many other struggles. There are going to be many other challenges. And yes, darkness will come again. But you built up something. You built up a resistance. You built up an opportunity within you. You built up the strength that many others don't have. So regardless of darkness, regardless of light. You keep your head up high and you keep moving forward. Don't quit. Don't give up on you. Don't give up on the best of you. This is your time. Through the darkness, you rose above it. You understood what you had to do. You didn't wait for anybody. You didn't wait for anyone to rescue you. You knew what had to be done, and you did it. This is the dawn. This is what you've been chasing. This is the happiness that you were seeking. But it is up to you to continue the journey. You can't stop. The light is within you. Dawn is upon you. It is a beautiful day. It is an amazing day. Can you see? Life. How beautiful it is. How amazing it is to be able to rise up in the morning and have that sun shine on your face rather than on your grave. What makes life so unique and so beautiful? It is beautiful because whatever you have that you may be facing, what you may be dealing with, life is still good. Life has so many moving parts, but life is always good. Every day is a new day and another opportunity that others may not have. This life that you have been given, this life that you are temporarily holding on to, this life that has been just given to you for only temporary reasons, has more meaning than you can ever imagine. So many people in the world take life for granted instead of realizing that you have to take the opportunity to live it the best way you know how. Now on this journey of life, you're gonna face a significant amount of circumstances, a significant amount of challenges. You're gonna fall into areas that you cannot understand. And maybe it's not in a position for you to understand at that moment. When you start to feel that you are in a position that you don't love your life, then shame on you. Because your life is a beautiful thing. And no one deserves to ruin it. No one deserves to control it. No one deserves to steal your joy. Your life is your life, and you have the right to live it the best way you can. You must discipline yourself and take full control and responsibility for the outcome or whatever it is that you are seeking at this moment. There are going to be so many different things that you will embark on. There are going to be so many different things that's going to try to slow you down. There are going to be so many different challenges that you must face. But instead of running away from the challenge, run towards the challenge. Be able to understand that life has meaning. It has reason. And all of these things that you may be thinking that is so hard on you, just remember, sometimes you're gonna have to go through these changes these circumstances that put you in a position to make you feel that you're not worthy anymore. But make no mistake, you are worthy. You were created for something. You wasn't created for nothing. Life has a gift of giving, a gift of receiving. And whether if it's good or bad, you got to make sure you understand that these circumstances and these challenges has to happen in your life. You will come to a point that you may feel that you are in a hopeless situation. You may come to a point in your life where you're at the end of a rope and the only thing left to do is to climb up, because you only can do so much for so long. But make sure you're doing much more instead of doing less. Stop stressing about the things that you cannot control and start focusing on the things that you have control of. Take control of your life. Take control of the opportunities. Believe in yourself and know that it is not over for you. So many people out there in this world right now will try to tell you not to be something that you feel in your heart that you want to be. So many people out there right now are miserable, and they'll try their best to take you with them. Do not let misery control the life that you have. Do not let anyone tell you how to live it. Do not let anyone validate your purpose. Do not let anyone validate your destiny. Someone told you a long time ago that you wasn't worthy. Someone looked you in the eye and said you wasn't gonna make it. I say to you right now that you will make it. I say to you right now that you must make it. I say to you right now that you must tell excuses, fear, and doubt that it has no place in your place of business. For this is your life that you are fighting for. This is your life that you are living for. And make no mistake, no one is gonna do you better than you. Don't wait for something to happen. You make it happen. You make it happen for a reason. And take full responsibility and control of this thing we call life. This goes out to the firefighters who goes through a burning building to help those that can't help themselves. This goes out to the policeman or the policewoman who serves and protect those who don't have the ability to protect themselves. This goes out to all of those men and women who serve, both far and near, on the front lines. This goes out to our military men and women who give it all. This goes out to those that never made it home. This goes out to the families that will never see their loved ones again. We must never forget those who put it on the line. We must never forget those who are unselfish and being able to contribute what they contribute each and every day. How can we not recognize them? How can we not recognize what they do? Why does it have to just be one particular day that we honor them? It should never be a one-day thing. Without these people who serve, without these people that give it their all, how can we do what we do? Somebody got to do the job. They made it up in their minds They made it up in their minds and in their hearts that this must be done. And they are willing to do what is necessary to get the job done. Think about those kids out there that may not ever see their parents again. Whether if it was the mother or the father who may have lost their lives in the line of duty. Doesn't matter what you believe in. Doesn't matter how you feel about certain things. Somebody has to be out there. Somebody has to be willing to go through it. Somebody has to be willing to sacrifice. Sometimes these people never come home. This is the time that we must recognize them. We must recognize those families that may never see their loved ones again. Oh yes, it's true. Many people put it on the line. Many people get out there every day and do something that has never been done before. Many people out there put it on the line and do something special to help someone else. Why can't we recognize them? No matter where you go, no matter where you may be, someone is out there right now that is doing something far greater, and they're putting so much work in to make a difference in this world. Why can't we honor them? Why can't we honor those servicemen and women? You have to consider the fact there are great doctors, there are great lawyers, there are great teachers, there are great mothers and fathers, there are great people in this world. We all are responsible for one another. We all have a duty. We all have to serve. Whether you wear a uniform or not, you have to serve. Can you be a serviceman? Can you be a servicewoman? Can you serve? Are you prepared to serve? Do you have the ability to serve? Don't make it about yourself. You have a duty. You have a responsibility. They didn't give up. Why should you? Keep moving. Keep believing. We are all one. Both far and near, we must serve. So this day, we honor the servicemen and women who put it on the line, who've given their all. And if they make it home, and they have the ability to put their arms around their loved ones, job well done. And there will be a new day. And that day starts a new opportunity. A new opportunity to make something else special happen. Thank you for your service. Thank you for putting it on the line. For each day that you go out to do a job that maybe others will never understand, never have the ability to do, or even be able to give the time that you give. For every man and woman that serves, you should always be honored and respected. From far and near, you do something that is so great and so special to so many. And sometimes what you do doesn't be recognized enough. There should never just be a special day to honor those that serve. Every day should be a special day. For you are a special individual. For you give so much and yet only receive so little. This is the time that you must be recognized for the greatest sacrifices that you have given. You must be recognized for your losses, for your struggles, for the things that you have to endure that others will never see. Today you will be honored, but not just this day, but every day. For the men and women who serve, for the men and women who give it all, for the men and women that put it on the line, and yet not have the tribute that is deserved to them. Many people in this world will never understand the pain and the sacrifices that you have given. The fight always be in you. But this is the time and the moment right now that you must be recognized, that you must understand that you are appreciated. We should never forget those who have fallen. Never forget those who never made it home. Never forget those who will never have the opportunity to sit at the table and break bread with their loved ones. This is that day to recognize those that serve. Keep up the good fight, everybody. Keep living strong, and never forget our servicemen and women. Why do you run? Why are you running? Are you running for a reason? Do you know the purpose behind the run? Do you have enough faith in why you're running? Are you afraid you're gonna fall down? Do you have enough balance? Are you prepared to test your balance? How fast can you run? Maybe you gotta slow down sometimes. Maybe when you cut that corner, you got to understand that when you're turning that corner, there's a unique obstacle that is waiting for you. But are you prepared to run through it? Are you prepared to run fast? Are you prepared to run strong? Do you understand what it means to run? So many people run away. They run away instead of running forward. Instead of running towards something. You may have to take your time and just jog a little bit. But sooner or later you got to pick up the pace. You got to start moving a little bit faster. And you got to have the desire to run hard. To understand that there's something that has to be done. Don't run for stats. Don't run for glory. Run because you know it's necessary. But understand that endurance is required. Don't let dead weight slow you down. Because dead weight is exactly that. It's dead. It has no life, but you have life. And you must continue to push and run as fast as you can. And if you feel that you're getting a little tired, if you feel that you don't have enough left in you, I suggest you push that next button. I suggest you go into that second and third gear. I suggest that you understand that you got to be the one to make it to the finish line. And even when you cross the finish line, prepare yourself for the next race of your life. Because every day you're racing. Run fast. Run strong. Run with power. Run with greatness. Run with a full heart. And believe in it. But don't quit. Understand why you're running. If you ever question why you run, believe and know there's a purpose behind everything that you do. It is time to run for your life. Pushing with everything you have inside of you. Running towards an opportunity. Running towards a victory. Running as hard as you can. You got to understand why you're running. You have to understand the significance and why you're running. Don't run away from the challenges. Don't run away because it's not going the way you want it to go. Run. Run with a full heart. Run with everything you have in your heart. Get your legs moving and run. Sometimes you may ask yourself, how fast can I run? How fast can I get to my destination? But you have to also understand, when you're running, you got to have in your mind that you got to pace yourself. You got to be able to pay attention when you're running. Because while you're running, there are going to be obstacles around you. And these obstacles are going to be put in place that may try to distract you. But you got to keep running. And some days you're going to be slow. And some days you just got to be fast. But make sure when you're running, you got that mindset in the right place. Don't be reckless. Be productive in it. And understand that it means something. Recognize your beliefs. Recognize your drive. Don't concern yourself with things that doesn't concern your best. Because if you're not giving your best, then the rest will catch up to you. So stay ahead of the pack and don't slack, because it will only push you back. Continue the journey and keep your eyes on the prize. Your rewards are waiting for you. You don't want to be the slowest one on the track, but you got to be the one that's thinking. But don't take too much time thinking too much, but understanding that you have to commit to why you're running. Running is good, but you gotta walk a little bit first. You got to walk a little bit so you can understand what's about to happen to you. You got to walk a little bit so when it's time to put the pedal to the metal, you got your head up and you thriving and you stride and you moving so fast that nothing around you can stop you. So don't be late for the celebration of your victory, because your victory belongs to you, no one else. Take pride in it, believe in it, stand on it, earn it, because it's yours. Keep it moving, be productive, be powerful, and from the bottom of my heart, run strong, run hard, and conduct your business. It's time to rise and shine. It's time to be about that business. It's time to understand that if you want to get something out of your life, you got to be willing to work for it. I'm talking to the one that wants to go beyond the limit. I'm talking to the one that is willing to work a little bit harder than the next man or the next woman. I'm talking to the one that's been through hell. I'm talking to the one that really wants to take it to that level that no one has ever been. When you step into that room, when you step into that environment, you got to be hungry enough to eat what is coming your way. You cannot be concerned about what can't be done. You need to be focused on what must be done. If you feel that you are not in a position to do it, then why show up in the first place? You got to understand that it takes grit, passion, and determination to get to the level of where you want to be. But you got to understand the difference between levels and going beyond them. You can't stay in one place and expect to get to the next place. You can't look at the sky, because beyond the sky, there's a great big universe. Now what are you gonna do about it? Are you prepared to push? Are you prepared to work? Are you prepared to dig? You got to fight. You got to push. You got to give everything you have. Because I tell you this, weakness won't save you. All you need is the power, the strength, and the tenacity to give it everything you got. Have the love for your grit. Have the love with every rep that you push out, and understand it is up to you to get the most of everything that you work so hard for. Now you got to also understand this. It ain't gonna be easy. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. There's always more to give. You got to be willing to sacrifice. You got to be willing to hurt. You got to be willing to yell out. Whatever it takes, keep pushing forward. Don't you give up on your life. Don't you give up on those reps. Don't you give up on giving it what it takes to get the most of yourself. If you believe in the possibilities, then make it work for you. If you believe that that weight is too heavy, then you won't push it. If you believe that when you're running that mile and you want to give up, you better find another way and push harder than you've ever pushed. Don't get tired. Don't get weak. Find a way. Make a way. Push your body. Push your mind. Push your soul. And give it everything you got. Because someone else out there may want it a little better than you do. Now if you say what you are, then be what you need to be. If you want to get something out of life, then fight for your life. When you're in that gym, find a way to go beyond that limit. Find a way to push your body. It is your body. It is yours. You own it. It belongs to you. The time that you have in this world, you only got a short time. Make the time count. Make the moment count. Give it something. Feed that body. Build that body. Build that mind. Build that soul. And go to work. Because this is the hour, this is the time, this is the now, and I want to see you working. I want you to dig, I want you to feel it, I want you to struggle, I want you to hurt, I want you to bleed, I want you to fight, because this is that time. Show the world, and show up, and show out, and most importantly, do your job, and do that business. The end of the year is here. And you made it this far. There were good times and there were bad times. But yet, you are still here. You made it this far because something kept you going. Something kept you believing. Something helped you to understand that the fight was not over yet. This is the year that is soon to come to a close. And there will be a new year, and greater opportunities will be waiting for you. But let's get back to 2019. Let's talk a little bit about what you've been through this year. You had to experience some things that you did not understand. You had to experience some greatness. You had to experience some weaknesses. You had to experience things that no one could understand. But you are the one that has to be responsible to go through it. You were put on your back, and you probably thought that you didn't have the ability to come back, but you did. Sometimes you may hear people saying that they're getting old. You're never getting old. You're just getting blessed. If you put your right hand on your heart right now, you can feel that blood pumping. You can feel that purpose. You can feel that reason. You don't have time to be complaining anymore. Regardless of circumstances, regardless of heartaches and pains, regardless of the joys, regardless of the sorrows, you made it. You made it because there was purpose there. Purpose doesn't lie. It always tells the truth. You just got to understand that this is the time. And as this year comes to a close, 2019 soon will be over. And you have to recognize that there's going to be a new year for you. A new year that is waiting for you. Now, there are no guarantees that tomorrow will be there. There are no guarantees that 2020 will be waiting for you. So make that mark, and make that mark right now. Leave the past behind you. Be strong, people. Be strong within yourself. Regardless of what you're feeling at this moment right now. Regardless of what people may say about you. Be strong. Because you are a unique creation. And you made it this far because something was meant for you. We had to experience great losses in 2019. We had to witness great victories in 2019. This is the beauty of living. This is the beauty of understanding. This is the beauty of knowing that you matter, and the reason that you matter is because you are still here among the living. Now you have to set the new stage. Now you have to set the new mark and be greater than you was yesterday. Realize that you are walking above ground for a reason. 2019 may have had its ups and downs, but you did not stay down. You knew what you had to do to get up, so you got up. Maybe that job didn't come through for you in 2019, but 2020 is waiting for you. And if you're able to live, and if you're able to push, if you're able to grow, you're gonna grow into a better you. Let this be the opportunity of a lifetime. Don't forget, easy was not intended for you or I. For without struggle, how can you build true character? So maybe you were in a position that you felt like you were broken. But being broken doesn't mean that you can't put it all together again. You must be the architect of your life. Create your own blueprint. Set yourself up, and regardless if you fail or if you succeed, but don't give up. Because if you made it this far, you can definitely go a little bit further. Make 2020 your year. Make 2020 be the year that they remember you. That you remember your accomplishments as well as your failures. But don't you ever, ever give up on you. This year is coming to an end, and 2020 is right around the corner. Make sure that you are ready. Make sure that you are prepared, because 2020 has not been written yet. Just like a book, there are many chapters in a book. What chapter will tell the story about you? What history will you make? What would you leave behind? What legacy would you leave behind? 2020 is the year that we begin a new chapter, a new day, a new year, a new you. Now, I'm not talking about just the physicality. I'm talking about the mental, the physical, as well as the spiritual. For they are one. They are all connected. But you have to be connected with your self-resilience. You have to be connected with your ideas. You have to be connected with your truth. Don't get disconnected from being who you are. Don't go through 2020 trying to prove something to others that don't believe in you. Whatever happened in the past, let it be. If 2020 is waiting for you, if it's promised to you, make sure you go through 2020 with your head up high and be the best, because 2020 will be the year that you will be able to understand it's just another year for you to be better than you was last year. So make 2020 your year and let the rest take care of itself. Life is so short. Life only has a little time. Although it will continue to go on, you cannot hold on and think that every day is promised to you. We have all experienced great losses in our life. We have all felt that pain of losing a loved one, someone that we cared about. But yet we're still here. And now we must go on. But what is the example that we're gonna leave? What kind of leadership and what kind of leadership qualities do we have? How do we go on? How do we lead the next generation? Hate is not gonna make it work. Being afraid to be truthful to who you are will only limit who you truly are inside. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Don't let anyone take away who you are and how true you are and what you matter in this world to so many other people. Don't be afraid to be honest. Don't be afraid to be truthful. Don't be afraid to be different. Even being different can be difficult to a lot of people. But I guarantee you this, there's nobody in the world that can do you. When the time comes, what would you leave behind? What legacy will be left behind to remind others of your greatness, of your losses, of your victories, of your sorrows? This is a short life that we all have. And it's not easy. It's not easy living it every day. It's not easy to go through so many different circumstances, so many different challenges. It's not easy getting that pink slip, knowing that this may be your last day on your job. It's not easy knowing that you may lose your home because you got laid off your job. This type of pain and these different circumstances, many people are always going to come back and say, well, that's life. We cannot blame life. It is not life that makes these challenges what they are today. It is the purpose, and purpose never lies. It will always tell you the truth. But while you exist in this world right now, I need you to hold on. I need you to hold on strong and don't give up. I need you to believe in every possibility that you have and understand that it is not over for you. I need you to understand life is always going to be good. But always keep in mind, sooner or later, we all got to punch that clock. So carry on. And don't give up. And don't give in. And do the best that you can. to have the right attitude to make your existence matter. Your existence is not by accident. Your existence has so much meaning. Are you ready to take on the unknown? Are you prepared for it? You can't even understand, in most cases, how beautiful it is sometimes to not even know what's coming your way. Sometimes it's not necessary to know everything. Sometimes it's not necessary to understand everything. But are you ready? Are you ready to embrace the fact that someday, life as you know it, life as I know it, will soon come to an end? Now, what are you going to do about what you're doing with the life that you have right now? See, I talk about life because life is such a great thing. Life is such a beautiful thing. Life has so much university to it. It is unexplained to some people. It is unimaginable to some people. Sometimes you may even ask yourself, I don't even deserve this life. Sometimes you may even ask yourself, why am I suffering so much from this, and that person over there is not suffering as much as I am? Ladies and gentlemen, life, your existence, is temporary. It won't last forever. And if you're sitting around wasting it, if you're sitting around being hateful, if you're sitting around being jealous, if you're letting things outside of your circle control your possibilities, your uniqueness, your qualities, your principles, who you really are inside, then what's gonna happen next? There will come a time when you leave this world and they're gonna put you in that hole, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? No one is gonna jump in that hole with you. No one is gonna jump in there with you and celebrate that death that you just experienced. Yes, I know it may sound a little harsh. In fact, it may even scare you. But you can't fake this. You can't hide from this. Life is short. And the only thing that's beautiful about it is that when you're living, you have strong possibilities. You have something that you can be doing to make it impactful for others to see. You can't stop. You can't stop living. You can't stop growing. You can't stop fighting. You have to understand that yesterday and today and tomorrow are in 3 different universes. And the only universe you exist in right now is the now, is this moment, is this reality. You can't fix anything that's already been broken. Some things can mend in time, and some things are better off left alone. There are a lot of negative people right now that exist in this world. And there are people that are gonna watch this video. There are people that are watching this video right now. There are people that are listening to this message right now. And yet, they'll still find something that is not making them happy. You must make peace within your heart. You must make peace within your spirit. Life is so short.
When you are doing everything in your power to be the best makeup of yourself, it's always going to be an adversary that's going to try to take that away from you. Now, the best way you can overcome this is having the faith. Now, it doesn't matter what you believe in as long as it's something that's positive that's going to get you through it. A lot of people don't have that ability to be strong. And I'm not talking about the physical aspect of strength. I'm literally talking about the mental and, of course, spiritual aspect of strength.
Don't let pride confuse your tears. You got to let that out sometimes. You got to let it go. When I lost my mom years ago, that was the hardest thing that I had to deal with. And to this day, I still think about that woman that gave me life. And I have my moments when I'm happy about the good times, but I also have my moments when she left this world. But that's just one thing. That's just one circumstance. There are many circumstances I could talk about. But I continue to move on.
Everybody gets knocked down. No matter how tough you think you are, you're going to fall. And when you fall, sometimes you fall real hard. But that ground is a hard surface. And I'm going to tell you something. It ain't going to move because you're laying on it. So you need to rise up and you need to rise above it and you need to start moving.
When you get knocked down, how long are you going to stay down? When you lose your job, when you lose that loved one, regardless if it's your husband, your wife, your child, whatever it is, do you have the ability to go through the hurt and the pain of that loss? Regardless of what you're going through, the best time you know that you are strong is when you're at the weakest point of your life. When you are so far down that hole, you looking up and you don't see no light, but yet you know there's an end to this darkness. That's when you'll find out just how strong you really are. This is a process, and you have to hurt just a little bit so you can understand what it means to be strong. So don't give up on your hopes. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on yourself. Just keep moving forward. If you think that you're going through something so bad right now, wait until tomorrow if tomorrow comes for you. Look at the person next to you. Look at people all over the world if you ever come in contact with certain individuals. And ask yourself, are they going through a lot more than what I'm going through? Because honestly, there are always going to be people that are going through a lot more than you're going through right now.
When you're down, find a way to get up. I've been there. I go through it like anybody else. But I have a job to do in this world. And so do you.
April 6, 2020. I lost my dad. I lost my mom 9 years ago. And I just lost my father. Many people lose things that matter to them, things that mean something to them. Recently, I spoke very highly about my father while he was in this world. But now my father is gone. And what hurt me the most is that I didn't have the chance to say goodbye. I didn't have the chance to travel to bury my father because of the crisis that we are facing in our society, in this world right now. But yet I'm here. Yet I'm still alive. And yet I still got work to do in this world. Does it hurt? Am I grieving? Do I feel a little bit of despair? Absolutely. Absolutely, I feel that pain. Absolutely, I understand what it means to hurt. Absolutely, I feel like there's nothing else left in me. Because when I lost my father, a piece of me went with him. Now, that's not something to just be telling you I'm telling you the reality of how I feel as a man, as a son, as a father, as a human being. No matter how strong, no matter how tough you think you are, you're gonna hurt. You're gonna feel that sense of emptiness. You're gonna feel that sense of loss. But the best thing about losing is to grow, is to feel it, is to understand it, is to fight through it. It's nothing on earth can stop your purpose if you just hold on to it. So I live not just for me, not just for my family, not just for the people that look to me, but I do it to honor my parents. It feels not the best of me right now because I don't have that mother to talk to. I don't have that father to talk to or to give advice. It's just me now. The people that mattered in my life, the people that gave me life are no longer in this world, but they exist in my heart. They give me a reason that they left a legacy for me to carry on. This doesn't mean that it's the end of me. It means that I have work to do. It means that I have to continue to push and go harder and go stronger. It means that I have to stay focused. It means that I have to stay faithful to each one of you that is listening to this message. Understand the pain, the struggles, and all of the things that you felt that are holding you back. It's not going to hold you back for very long. Because as long as you are alive, you have to continue to move on. You have to continue to live. You can't allow the misery and the hurt and the pain hold you back to a position where you can't move forward. Because as long as there's life in that body, you got things that you need to get done. The reality is, we cannot go on forever, but we must go on. We can't live forever, but we must continue to live. We must fight for something. Don't fight for nothing. Live and breathe and fight and believe and understand that it's not over for you. It's not over for you because you are still here. So make the most of your life. Honor those that are no longer here with us. Make sure you're leaving the mark. Make sure you're leaving a legacy. So when your time comes, your legacy can be left to the next generation. So keep up the good fight. It's not over for me, and it shouldn't be over for you. Carry on. Live strong. Keep it moving. And from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business. Remember the time when you wanted more. Remember the time when there were people in your life that did not believe in you. Remember the time when you honestly gave up on the possibilities of the uniqueness that you had inside. Remember there was a time that you complained so much, but yet did so little. There comes to a point in your life that you must recognize that there's a little bit more that has to be done than just complaining about it. You have to realize that you don't have any other opportunities waiting for you if you're not willing to work for the first opportunity that's been given to you. You don't have a lot of time left, so there's no reason to complain. You're not even in a position to complain. You have to figure out that there has to be another idea about you, and you have to understand that there has to be something even greater and more challenging waiting for you. And if you're not willing to step outside of your comfort zone, if you're not willing to understand the principles and the possibilities that you have within yourself, then everything that you are thriving for, everything that you are hungry for, will soon come to an end. Now, I'm not here to preach to you about this. I'm here to let you know that there are things that are going on around you right now that are far greater than your complaining. You complaining about so much, but yet you show no action. If you could trade places with someone right now, and the person that you're trading places with may have it just a little bit tougher than you have it going on in your life right now. So many people are suffering from so many things in this world at this moment, but yet you're complaining. So many people in this world right now wish they could trade places with you, but yet you're still complaining. You don't have that right to just give up. You don't have that right to just throw in the towel and say that it's over for you. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand that the reason that you are existing in this world right now is because you have things that must be done, and only certain people are qualified to take it to the level that it needs to be taken to. For there should never be a limitation to wherever it is that you are seeking, and how far you are willing to travel, and how far you are willing to go. Sometimes people tend to get a little lazy. Sometimes people like to put themselves in this little bitty box and just say that they are okay with where they are. There can never just be an okay to anything when it comes to that life. There should never just be a complacent mindset. How do we evolve? How do you evolve? How do you grow? One thing about success, there are going to be many struggles. There are going to be many challenges. And there are going to be a lot of things that you may not even understand. But you got to go back to where it started. Remember when you wanted more. Because you cannot satisfy your hunger with negative energy. Being negative doesn't help you to grow. Being doubtful doesn't give you the power that you need. You have to come to a point in your life that you must realize that there are things that are going on that is testing you. And maybe you may be in a position where you feel that you are broken, or you feeling that you are going to be broken. But I'm here to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that you are built to last. I'm here to let you know that you don't have the right to complain anymore. I'm here to let you know that you got to keep on living and living on strong. I dare you to take a trip to your local hospital. And if you have an opportunity to walk down those corridors and witness so many different people, different age groups, different ethnicities, and each one of these individuals are fighting something. They're dealing with some type of sickness. And some of these sicknesses, they may not be able to recover from. I dare you to walk down a neighborhood where there are many people that are homeless and have no place to go, no food to eat, barely even have clothes on their backs. I dare you to realize that maybe you just don't have it so bad after all. Maybe it's time for you to realize and recognize that your troubles are not that bad. Maybe it's time that you realize that you need to get away from the drama that's in your life. Maybe it's time for you to stop chasing misery and start chasing your dreams. Reconnect with yourself. Because this is not the time for you to be wasting, putting yourself back instead of pushing yourself forward. Ladies and gentlemen, you have so much to offer, so much to give, so much to do. But doing it and sitting around waiting for it to happen, it's just gonna stay in neutral. You have to electrify the desire that you have, that you once had. So the next time you feel like complaining, you feel like worrying, and you're so concerned about other things that doesn't necessarily concern you, ask yourself, is it making you better? Is it taking you higher? Are you going further? Or are you just being complacent? Complacent and complaining and worrying and doing things that are not better for you? Are you gonna realize that maybe just going up that mountain does take a little bit more work than just having something handed to you? Are you gonna be that person that realizes that if and when you get to the top of the mountain, it don't just stop there? You got to figure out another way to go even higher. You have to electrify and get all the things that are necessary within you to start doing the things that you need to do, so when the time comes, you can kick down that door and move towards the possibilities of being the best of who you really are. Don't lose yourself in the things that's not going to give you the strength and the capacity of understanding that you matter for something. Don't lose yourself in fear. Don't lose yourself in doubt. Dare yourself to be better. Dare yourself to be unique. Dare yourself to be the best possibility that the world has yet to see. They say a mind is a terrible thing to waste. The mind is so powerful. It's so unique. It can do many things. And you are the one that is responsible for the thoughts that enter your mind. How do we, as individuals, as people, get away from misery? How do we allow ourselves to elevate the game, to go higher than we've ever gone before? How do we escape from the misery? Because misery has no place in your life. Misery is exactly what it is. Misery doesn't bring happiness. Misery is on a mission to take everything away from you. What is misery doing for you? What has misery done for you lately? Has it given you everything that you need? Has it made you a better person? Do you feel that all you know is sorrow? Why do you allow misery to handcuff you, to chain you down? The mind is a powerful weapon. It belongs to you. And everything that you think, therefore you shall be. Be greater than your fears. Be stronger than your doubts. Because your mind is very powerful. Bring in the goodness. Absorb the right energy. Moving with a purpose. Conditioning your mind is what this is about. Every day it's not going to be a good day. But every day is a blessed day. Because you are above the ground. You are walking tall. There is no time for sorrow. There is no time to give up. This is the opportunity. An opportunity of a lifetime. Make your mind matter. And put aside the things that don't matter. Misery. It will continue to do all that is necessary to succeed. But the time has come for you to succeed, for you to believe, for you to stand tall, for you to understand that you got a mission. And your mission is not done yet. Today is that day. And when and if tomorrow comes for you, be even more powerful. Be stronger than you've ever been. Rectify in yourself. Believe in yourself. Keep that faith in yourself. Don't let the outside interference stop your growth. Don't let those that doubted you and said that you did not have it hold you back. Don't let the losses keep you down. Because if you're down, how would you understand what it means to get up? What is good about being miserable? Resurrect yourself from the pit of darkness, because misery doesn't have the right to control your life, your mind, your abilities, your faith within yourself is all that you need. The steps that you take in your life, it's a process within itself. It won't be easy, but you don't deserve easy. Easy is not something that you should be looking for. Embrace all of the challenges that are necessary, but you continue to fight for it. You continue to believe in yourself. When the rest of the world says no to you, you say yes to yourself. You say yes, I believe. You say yes, I can do it. You say yes, nothing can stop me. Let it be known within you. Because no matter what's happening, no matter what's going on around you, you are responsible for what you think within you. Your mind does matter. And if you put the wrong things inside of your mind, The best things won't come out. The best of you won't show up. Because you allowed everything around you to destroy you. To destroy your dreams. And your dreams are limitless. They never die. There's gonna be a lot of things swimming beneath your feet. There's gonna be a lot of things that's gonna try to drag you down. But you're not in the business to drown. You're in the business to live. Do not starve yourself from the beauty of life. You must have the ability to nourish your mind. You must have the ability to nourish your soul. Are you ready to succeed? Are you prepared to move forward? Make it count. Be productive. Be powerful. And from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business. When you speak, speak with conviction. When you speak, speak with power. When you speak, walk in power and get what's yours. No one can take it from you. If you are holding on to it, hold on a little bit longer. If you're falling down, get back up again. We all gonna go through these challenges in our lives. The issues that people have today, and the reason that they fall short, is because they make excuses. They put the power of excuses in their mouths. They let the power of excuses control their path. But excuses doesn't belong in your life. This is where power comes in. The power to adapt and overcome what is holding you back. What is keeping you from your destiny. The power is in your voice. It is an extension of who you are. You have more control of your situations than you can ever imagine. Don't hold back on speaking truth. Don't hold back on speaking what you believe in. Don't believe in doubt. Don't believe in fear. Don't believe in hopelessness. Don't give it power. The only power that matters is the power in your voice. Let it resonate. Let it live, because it has life. Your words do matter, and they will serve its purpose. Make sure that you are connected to it. Don't speak negative. Speak life. Don't speak the things that are not building you up. Build on truth. Build on your uniqueness. Build on your gifts. Build on your purpose. Because there's power. There's greatness. There's you. There's life. And there's power in your voice. When you speak, speak with power. When you speak, convict yourself to it. When you speak, own it, because it's yours. No one can take it away from you. Think about it. How many times have you rolled over in your bed and you hit that snooze button when you know you should have gotten up? You said you needed 5 minutes, but all you did was wasted 5 minutes of opportunity. 5 minutes of your greatness has just been wasted because you felt you had more time. There is no time to waste on your success. There is no time to waste on your greatness. This time, this moment, this opportunity, this greatness comes from you. Your words and what you manifest can be a reality, but you got to dig, and you got to continue to work forward and not back. You have to continue to look up and see your purpose and see your promise. Don't wait for someone to tap you on your shoulders and tell you to go. You go because you must go. Own it and speak life, not death. Speak life into your greatness. Speak life into your opportunities. Speak life into what it is that you seek. For this is your life. And this is your opportunity to show the world what you are ultimately capable of. And there's power in your voice. There's uniqueness in the words that you speak. There's greatness in your voice. Do you understand that what you speak of, you must own it? This is the time right now to recognize the power in your voice. There are many things that you will speak on. And when you use those words, you must stay committed to it. But you also must understand, if you are speaking negatively, then negative things will come out. Do not possess negative thoughts. Do not possess negative ideas. For you are responsible for the actions that you take in your life. There are going to be times that you will see something that is standing right before you, and you may not even believe that it's a reality. You may think that it's an optical illusion, but this opportunity that you are facing that is standing directly in front of you, you must own it and take charge. You have to commit to everything that you do, but you must make sure that you are committing to the possibilities and not the negativity. I'm letting you know right now that you are a possible individual. You are a possible being. You are a possible reality. And this is the time for you to recognize that. Don't stop now. Don't give up on now. Find the way that you are recognizing within yourself and build on it. Just like clay, you must shape it, you must mold it, and you must make it a masterpiece. How many times have you said you couldn't do it? How many times that you said that you didn't have the strength? How many times? How many more times? When is enough gonna be enough? When are you gonna rise up and realize your true potential? When are you gonna commit to your real truth? Because your words matter. Keep it moving. Be productive. Be powerful. And from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business. It's been tough. It's been hard. I've had those days where I just said, I can't take it anymore. I had those days where I cried out. I didn't think no one was listening. Boy, it's been tough. It's been so tough but I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm still fighting. And most importantly, I'm still learning. I'm learning through the hardship. I'm learning through the tough time. I'm learning through the losses. I'm learning because that's what life is about. Do we fall down and stay down, or do we lift each other up and carry on? That is what we do. This is who we are. We are all students of life. So never forget, no matter how much you think you know, you never know enough. Because if you're living, you're learning. Remember that. You're living, you're learning. You're learning, you're growing. Through the good times and the bad times. You're learning something unique and special about you every day of your life. And that's what makes it special. I'm learning. You're probably thinking that this ain't got nothing to do with me. It's got everything to do with you. Because maybe you got the right things happening right now for you. But to your right, that guy over there, he ain't living so well. But you're learning something. Because if the tables were turned, could you deal with it? Could you handle that stress? Could you handle that poverty? How long have you been homeless? How long have you been hungry? How long have you not had clothes on your back? How long have you been out of a job? Did your family walk out on you? Did your father walk out on you? Did your mother walk out on you? Are you going through a bad relationship? Have you lost your way? This is what you're learning right now. Sometimes we all got to learn the hard way. How many times as a child you heard your mother and father tell you not to do something, but you did it anyway? And you had to learn the hard way. It wasn't the fact that you got disciplined perhaps by your parents, but the world disciplines you more. That's what makes it beautiful. The hard times sometimes can be the best times. Why? Because you're gonna build up something. You're gonna build up that grit. You're gonna build up that tenacity. You're gonna have a better understanding. But you gotta know what direction you're going, and sometimes you may not even know. Sometimes people hate to be wrong because they feel that they're always right. Sometimes you got to learn how to listen and not always speak out and thinking that you know so much. Because you're gonna learn the hard way that you're just not that smart. You don't have all the answers. But just people. Walk outside your door. Driving your vehicle up and down the road, you will see how much you can really learn just from people. And some people are going through some significant problems right now. More difficult than you could ever imagine. You think you got it tough? You have no idea what that other person got going on. This is how we learn. This is how we grow. This is how we build. Yes, you're gonna go through those challenges. Yes, you're gonna go through some tough times in your life. But like I always say, when it gets tough, you get tough. Kill the excuses. Kill the weakness. And learn something about yourself. Learn that you're not that great, but you're great enough to learn something new every day. And you must learn to humble yourself. Yes, there are people in the world that will literally glorify themselves as if they were God Almighty Himself. But you got to understand, you didn't make the world. You were born in it. And eventually you will die in it. But when you're walking this earth, when you're living in this world, understand that you're learning because you're living. Maybe I just don't have all the answers. Maybe you should change a little bit. Maybe you need to understand that everything is not going to always go the way you think it should go. If the world was so perfect, we wouldn't be in the position that we are in right now. But it is not the world's fault. It's the people that are living in it. And you, my friend, are a part of it. I am a part of it. And the decisions that we make, the way we think of ourselves, the way we think of our brothers and sisters, will be the true outcome of where we are as a people. So maybe all of these bad things that we are experiencing in our lives is because it must happen. But we are learning, believe me, we are learning. But we're growing. Maybe some people don't realize the importance of hardship. Maybe some people don't realize that it's okay to go through those hard times. That's what you're learning right now. This is what's going to help you to understand what type of a difference you can make as an individual, as a human being, as a mother, as a father. What do you do? How can you continue on your life not realizing that we are all learning? So yes, maybe you think you're awesome. There's nothing wrong with confidence. There's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. So when I say it again, I said with conviction, none of us are that great. We are searching for greatness. And that's a long, 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 long journey. But we can do it together. Instead of tearing down, let's build up. Don't tear it down, build it up. Build the bridge. Cross the bridge with me. Let me cross the bridge with you. Let's learn together through the good and the bad. The hard times are gonna come, but we're gonna stand, we're gonna fight, we're gonna push, we're gonna work, we're gonna give it everything we got, because here we are, right now, in this world. Do we fall down and stay down, or do we lift each other up and carry on? That is what we do. This is who we are. We are all students of life. If you're breathing, you're learning. If you're learning, you're living. So carry on the good fight, my beautiful people. Stay productive, stay strong, keep it moving, and from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business. The heart of a champion. What does it take to really truly be a champion? Well, it takes more than excuses. It takes more than just giving yourself a pass. There are only so many champions in the world. And true champions understand what dedication and hard work really is. True champions understand if you're gonna be a lion, you got to know what it means to go through the jungle. You can't pretend or fake it just to make it, to be a champion. When everybody else is sleeping, the champion is the one that wakes up. The champion gets up before the sun comes up. The champion is the one that never lets the sun catch them sleeping. There will become a time when you have to realize that you got to put in the work, and you got to understand that if you're gonna do it, you better do it with the right attitude. Because attitude is what's gonna take to get you to the level that you need to be and beyond it. Champions don't just come overnight. Champions have to grow. Champions have to work. Champions have to dig. Champions have to believe. Champions don't have time to wait around for something to happen on its own. Being a champion takes work, grit, and understanding that if you're trying to be better than the opponent, you got to work a little bit harder than the person that you're up against.
You must build a mindset for success. A mindset that can endure pain and struggle, because it will come. Your mindset will make or break you.
A champion has to make significant sacrifices. A champion has to be disciplined. A champion has to be hungry. You got to dedicate everything about you.
Train like a champion.
Champions understand that discipline is always the key.
There is no winning in excuses. There are no victories and giving up. You got to understand within you is greatness. Within you is something that is waiting to be awakened. You are the one that is responsible for this work that must be done. Everyone wants to be great at something, but wanting it and doing something about it and ultimately needing it is going to take work. It's going to take dedication, because procrastination is the assassination of your motivation that would ultimately lead you to your destination. Make sure you understand that you're going to have to put something in it to get something out. A champion does not worry. It doesn't concern himself about challenges that they have to face. They realize that they have to put in work. They realize that every opponent that they face is an opportunity to go a little farther up that ladder. You're not worthy to be a champion if you don't apply yourself to be one. You're not worthy to hold on to a title if you don't have the integrity and the understanding and the grit and what you need to do to maintain what it means to be a champion. You don't deserve to have it handed to you. You may have to accept a few losses. You're gonna have to sometime understand that you got to lose so that you can win it all. A champion, a worker, a believer, someone that knows what it means to push, someone that understands that they got to do more than less. When you are in that position and competition shows up, be ready to fight. Be ready to fight. Be ready to fight for your life. Be ready to give it everything you got. Make sure what you are up against understands that you are there to do business. You are there to work hard. You are there to outwork what's against you.
I am unstoppable. I have the mindset to succeed on the field, in the business world, in every arena of life.
Because what you are facing is not there to apologize to you. It's not there to say it's okay. You're not going to get anything given to you. You better show them that you are there to work. You are there to push. You are there to give it everything that is necessary so that you can understand what it truly means to be a champion. If you are what you say you are, then do what you gotta do. But saying and doing is two different things. Let your actions speak for themselves. Don't sleep on your success. Make sure that you are doing exactly what is necessary to be the greatest champion that the world has ever seen. You must fight. You must realize and you must believe when there are adversaries against you, when there are multiple challenges coming at you, when everything that is trying to destroy your idea of being your best, keep your eyes on the prize and move forward. Fight with your heart. Fight for the love that you have inside of you. Believe in everything that you are putting forward and leave the rest behind you. What you are looking for and what you are fighting for depends on you. Let this be a lesson, not only for yourself, but for the rest of the world that is watching you. Make your stand. Make your stand for the right reasons. Make your stand matter. Keep your eyes forward. Make sure you're feeling everything that you need to feel inside to finish what you start. Make sure everything that you believe in stays with you. Because the moment you are faced with any challenge, there is no turning back.
There is nothing that can stop me. Not you, not anybody. I am great. I am phenomenal. So are you. So are you.
Your time is now. Make sure you make that moment count. If you believe that you are a champion, then stand on it. Because that is ultimately what champions are made for. There are going to be times that you're going to just struggle and you're going to be tired and you're going to be weary and you're going to want to quit and you ain't going to have nothing left. But you still got to carry on. Live your life, ladies and gentlemen. Be excited about life. Regardless of the struggles, regardless of the circumstances, get excited about being above ground and not under it. Walk with your head up high and live your life. How many of you have been in a competition where you pushed yourself and you worked so hard and you pushed everything you had within you, and then you got so close to the finish line, your legs gave out. You didn't have nothing else left in your legs. You couldn't run a little bit further. You couldn't pedal that bike a little bit faster because you had nothing else left. That's when the grinder must come out. That's when you got to dig a little bit deeper. That's when you got to go after it a little bit harder than you've ever done in your life. So you always find yourself starting off on the right path. You start off, you're feeling good, you're running, you're doing everything that you need to do. But it starts to get harder. Things starting to push you back. Life starts to push you back. People start to push you back. Everything around you starts to crumble. You have nothing else left to give. But then you got to find something else. You got to turn on that grind switch. You got to get down and dirty and nasty if you got to. You got to do what necessarily is going to take for you to get what you want. And you got to go out there with everything you got. For every moment that you have, this is the chance to do it. Just keep on grinding. The moment has come, and there will be obstacles that you must face. And for each obstacle, it will represent something about you. Your greatest victories, your greatest failures. But nevertheless, you must rise above it, and you must conquer every obstacle that comes your way. Are you strong enough? Are you willing enough? Do you have what it takes to do what's necessary to adapt and overcome? This is the moment that every living person that is at the start line is ready to cross the finish line. Along this journey, you will be pushed, you will be knocked down, but you don't stay down. You must rise up, you must carry on, you must dig deep, you must fight forward. You are not done yet, you carry on. The journey must carry on. You fight to the end. If you feel weak, find a way to rise up. If you feel you can't carry on, then you must find another way to push on. If you get knocked down, then you crawl. If you can't crawl, then you roll. You don't stop, you push up. Bad things have to happen in our lives, ladies and gentlemen. We have to go through certain things. And this is what's going to make us better. This is what's going to make us stronger. But you got to claim what it is that you are seeking in your life. Everybody is never going to be where they want to be in life because sometimes they focus too much on the bad things and not claiming the good times. Not claiming, hey, no matter what struggle I go through, I am going to make it. The beauty about the process is that you're learning something. You're learning about yourself. You're learning how to go through certain things. And you're learning how to build up. We are human beings, and human beings sometimes act on emotions. But you have to harness your emotions. You have to understand that you got to go through something to get to the level that you want in your life. Make this day count. Put all your energy, put all your power into what you do today. You got to keep moving forward. You got to keep fighting for it. You got to keep trusting in yourself. You got to keep pushing because you got unfinished business. If you do not hold on to the goodness within you, then all the bad things that are surrounding you right now will ultimately destroy your possibilities in taking yourself further in your life. Don't you realize that you got to have faith in yourself every single day of your life? Maybe you did get rejected. That doesn't mean that you're out the game. That doesn't mean that it's over. You got to keep moving on. Take the steps. Maybe take a few steps back. Analyze the situation. And then keep pushing. Keep going. Stay hungry and believe. Just keep on grinding. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. But keep on grinding. You're gonna have those bad days. But keep on grinding. You're gonna wanna quit. But keep on grinding. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important part of your life. It is a decision that you have to make within yourself. No one is responsible for that. The grinder, you, the individual, the person that you are inside, will determine the outcome, whatever you're going to do in your life. So you must continue to grind harder. You must continue to find a way and make a way out of no way. Don't wait for a handout. Don't wait for someone to tell you to do it. Do it because you need to do it. Do it because it must be done. There are going to be all kinds of challenges that we all must face. You cannot live in this world without a challenge. You cannot live in this world without a struggle. Because with every struggle that you have been through, it will help you to be stronger. But you cannot give up. Don't be afraid of the hard work. Don't be afraid to grind a little bit harder. Don't be afraid to sweat a little bit. It's okay, man. This ain't the time to be sitting up there feeling sorry. This ain't the time to be saying you don't have what it takes. So if you get some setbacks, embrace it. Sure, every day is not going to be a good day for you. Every day is not going to always happen for you. But it's always something happening. But you got to make it happen for the right reasons. For every day of your life, you must continue to believe in yourself. For every day of your life, you must have enough faith and understanding that it's up to you to make that difference count. So continue to grind. Grind with everything you got. Be strong every day of your life. No matter what comes your way, keep grinding. And keep moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Be productive. Be powerful. And from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business.